That's using hide glue. It's like the old story, if a horse is bad, it's off to the glue factory for you, right? Well, they take the meat, they make other products with that, but they can also take the hide, the hoofs, if it's a bull, the horns, cook it down. All the fibers break apart, all the glue on the bottom, that is a hide glue. They decided that they would band together. When they banded together, the sharing of ideas made the weapons better and better. Now we're gonna use teamwork. Well, we're gonna take all these good hunters out there, definitely, man, we got you in there. Right? We're gonna grab a whole bunch of these spears right here, maybe 10, 11, 12 of these apiece. Working as a team, we're gonna separate one of the animals from the herd. We're gonna take them, surround the animal, and start throwing them. We're gonna throw one of them. After we throw that one, we'll grab another one, throw that one. The whole idea in teamwork and using a large animal is to keep them confused. It's kind of like being attacked by a swarm of bees. You don't know which way they're coming from, but boy, when it stings you, you're going like this, right? Now when that large animal turns to charge you, he gets hit by another hunter on this side. He's gonna turn this way. He's gonna continue to do that. By utilizing the throwing spear, the animal go down quicker, it's much safer. Large animal, butcher it, share the wealth. There's gonna be plenty of meat there to pass around. But you know what? There's a little bit of clumsiness when you're carrying that many spears. What if I'm trying to go through this bush that you see in the back here? I'm trying to be quiet, I'm sneaking up on that animal. If I'm carrying all them spears, the bushes are gonna shake. The trees are gonna shake. The animals are gonna know I'm there. They're gonna take off running. I'm gonna become what our people call a vegetarian. In our language, that means what? Bad hunter, yeah. No, I'm not getting on vegetarians. I love my veggies myself, right? But I like that side of meat there too. So now we have to change this weapon here. Now we're going into another time period. When we go into the next time period over here, we had to improve on that spear. We had to free up our hands. So we started making weapons like this.
Got him a job.
Yeah. He does.
Oh.
So our spears begin to change now. What's the difference in this? Well, for one, they put feathers on the end. Why do we put feathers? Because now when we throw it, we have accuracy. We can aim. How did they get that idea? I have my own theory. Have you ever watched the birds fly in the sky? How their tail feathers keep them on point. A hunter took that concept of the tail feathers and put it to that spear. Well, let's give it a try. Let's put some feathers on there and see what happens. You know what? It worked. Now when they throw it, they have accuracy. They have aim. Here's another thing that's different. What's on the end there? Somebody said the other day it's a hollow point. How's it going there? No, actually, there's no point on it. What's the point of that? Well, I'll show you right here. I got all points right here. This is a method known as socketing. When I take that point and I socket it right into the end of it like that, now that spear is ready to go. More changes are going on. Stabbing spear is meant to go in and out. This one has notches on there. With the notches being on there, now there's only one direction for this to go, and that's in. The only way to get that point out would be to push it all the way through or cut the animal open and retrieve your point. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to carry one or two of these spears right here, but I'm going to carry a whole bunch of points in my pouch. I'm going to go after a bear. Why a bear? Well, bear's got a lot of meat to them. Smoke it over that fire. It's going to last for a long time. Boy, I like me some bear meat. All right, the hide of the bear, we're going to utilize that. I got a few of them. I forgot to bring them out. I got 3 black bears in there, and when it's cold out, put it on, right? If you can see my wife in the bear hide, woo! You know what I'm saying, right? The grease. The grease we use for medicine. We use for ceremonies, for aches and pains on the body. Also for putting medicine, adding your medicine mixture to that, it's able to be applied to the body, so we would use all the fat from that animal as well. When I see that bear, I'm going to track him down. When I see my shot, able to aim now, I'm going to throw it as hard as I can. Those points are so sharp that when it hits that bear, it's going to dig in deep. He's going to take off running. I want him to run. Why? Because he's a bear. As long as he's running that way, that's the important part, right? But as he runs, he's going to get tired. He's going to bleed for a while. He's going to become weak. That point made to step inside is going to stay there. The shaft itself is going to wiggle loose and land on the ground. I'll be able to follow it because I'll follow that trail of blood. I'll be able to find that spear shaft. I'll be able to pick it up. I'll be able to grab another point that I have in my pouch, socket it on there, and now I'm able to hit him over and over again. Now this was the weapon that changed the whole method of hunting, but now we're experiencing village life. More and more families are coming together. And as they come together, now they have to have a form of government. A clan system was started to be formed here. Wolf clan, bear clan, alligator clan, and so on and so forth. And that way, they were set up so that when you got married, you wouldn't marry into your own family. Bear clan wouldn't marry bear clan, they would marry into wolf clan and so on. Each clan had a different attribute. Warrior clans, what's the most feared animal in the forest? The bear, that's right, so now warrior clan. What's the most feared animal in the swamp? The alligator, that's right, man. So now we have another clan going on right there. Holly clan, plants are medicine, right? That's a medicine clan. You want to get your knowledge of medicine, you go to that Holly.
That's out west. In the east, our homes are built like the one you see on the hill, except much bigger. Roofs would be made of bark and palm leaves and rushes from the rivers that we gathered and bundled up. We were farming communities using tools like this. Long before John Deere came around, our farming tools were made of shells and rocks. Corn, beans, squash, potatoes, pumpkins, sunflowers, strawberries, blueberries, grapes, and many other crops we grew in our gardens. As far as we can see, there would have been no trees in this area when this was a village, just houses with gardens in between. Over time, the land came back like we see it today. When the first Spanish marched into this area, Hernando de Soto, he brought his cooking pot. He wore it on his head. And every Thanksgiving, my family uses it to cook the turkey in. Just kidding. Anyways, when he came, this was already a ghost town. No one knows why the tribes had left this spot, but it was no longer being used. Some say a flood, some say an earthquake, some say famine, some say they had used up too many resources in one spot and had to move on, but no one knows for sure. In 1690, just across the hill, the English started setting up a trading post, and that trading post today we call Walmart. Well, they didn't call it that back then. It was just a trading post, a spot where we could bring our deer skins and we could trade those deer skins. Do you have money in your pocket? Do you call your money a buck? $5? $10? $20? I like $1 million myself. But a buck has come from the boy deer, who's a bigger deer skin. And that's what we used to trade, the deer skins. That was the money. One deer skin might buy me a metal knife like this one. Now I don't need to use a rock no more. Now this rock is useless. Even though it still works, this one doesn't break. This one will. As a matter of fact, that's how this was made. By learning to chip and break the rocks. And if it got dull, I could chip and break it again and sharpen it up. Our beads, our shell and the wampum. The drill bit could be changed to add a new drill bit. The items on this side do represent before Europeans arrived. In those days, we not only made everything from nature, but we fished the waters, we hunted the woods, and we planted our crops using tools like this one, or one like this one made of shell. And so,
highway, 4 horses abreast, 4 horses side by
Where
side
they wanted to go.
to the next town. And he would sometimes say on a good highway, and or a very good highway. So these are well-developed areas, and the Indians had used them for hundreds of years. So it's you know, they went where they wanted to go. You left one Indian town's fields and you got into the next Indian town's fields, all up and down the Coosa River. It was town, 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 town. And some of those cornfields, William Bartram, who came right here, there's a plaque there, but when William Bartram came through Alabama, he talked about cornfields that he measured, he was a botanist, being 6 miles long on the Tallapoosa River, one cornfield. It wasn't very wide, maybe 200-300 yards wide, but 6 miles long.